The opposite way for 3 days, guys.
Yes, I started in Santa Monica, going to Washington, D.C. I'll be there on May 7th next year, which is National Prayer Day. And I'm asking actually everybody to meet me there. Join me. That was actually what God told me to ask everybody to do. You can ask me what's going on there, and I'm going to tell you, I don't know. But God knows. And I hope everybody does meet the same.
Just go down. Let's talk about the walk itself, just logistically. How many shoes you got?
I have about 8 pair that I trade out.
Haven't worn out of shoes yet.
Haven't worn out any shoes yet.
Tell us about the hats too.
Well, I change hats in every state I go into, and I avoid trying to support a particular team or anything. You know, I'm not into sports thing, but just the name of the state. I realize this one probably leans toward Oklahoma University, but it doesn't say Sooners on it. So
you're wearing an orange shirt. Maybe that kind of
well,
balances that out.
I'm from Tennessee, you know. Oh, I see, Cowboys. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That helps. Yeah.
Okay, so what are you doing? You're not just walking.
No, it's not really about the walk. I'm promoting a new birth of freedom and integrity in America, calling attention to the 10 Commandments, the Golden Rule, and our nation's founding documents.
And why do we need you walking across the country to do that?
I didn't think we needed me to do this. God was the one that told me He wanted me to do it. He actually approached me 3 times. The first 2 times, I thought I was having hallucinations or something. The 3rd time, I realized this is God talking to me. I can't argue with God. So He said to start walking across America. He didn't even tell me why at the beginning. But He told me like a year and a half before I started to walk. So during that year and a half, He was training me on what He wanted me to say. He told me He wanted me to carry the American flag, to represent we the people, honor and respect that all Americans can resonate with. After I started the walk, He told me to salute everybody. And I thought that was kind of corny at first. And then He said, don't you realize as a Christian you're supposed to esteem others greater than yourself? And as a military man, you salute a superior when you're subordinate? I said, yeah, that's a parallel, isn't it? And you know, saluting people has really engendered a lot of respect. A lot of people stop and come back and say, when you saluted me, you moved me. You made me feel great.
So you do that to every car?
Every car. They're all important to me.
So if a car goes by, you stop, you salute them.
Sometimes I keep walking. And sometimes I'm doing like this, you know. But you know, people give me the thumbs up, they salute back, they wave, they honk their horns. Big trucks just about blow you off the road. You know, it's like camaraderie.
How many miles do you go a day?
I'm trying to get 15 miles a day. I have gone 17.8. That's my record.
And your legs are, you know, great.
Pain. I'm 68 years old, and pain is my lot every day. Today I've walked almost 8 miles, and my feet are starting to say, I don't like it.
How's Oklahoma treating you so far?
Oklahoma's great. Oklahoma's great. You know, I have Cherokee blood in me, and I think people see it. Because, you know, if I move to another state, Oklahoma's high on my list.
Okay, so back to why you're doing this. What would be your number one problem, if you want to call it that, with the country that you want to bring attention to and want to change?
We have lost respect for one another. We've lost respect for our government. Even children and parents have, in many cases, lost respect for each other. They don't know each other. They spend time behind the television, on gadgets, on the internet, at the ball games. They'd rather go to see Oklahoma play the Cowboys, you know, the Sooners play the Cowboys, than they would to sit down and eat together. You know, I think
It's a pretty big game, though.
Yeah, it's a big game, but still, you know. I think family is where we've lost it. And we need to, we've put God out of everything. First, they said you can't pray in the schools, you know. And then little by little, they just chip away at God to where you can't even talk about God in the public forum. Our founding principles were based on religious principles. Our founding fathers were religious people. And they knew that things like the Golden Rule were important. And everybody I talk to agrees that if we kept the Ten Commandments principles and the Golden Rule, that we wouldn't even need law enforcement. We could still have them. You know, they could they'd have an easy job.
Now, what are you going to do in Santa Monica? What?
Santa Monica is the goal. I've never been there. Actually, a friend of mine from that area recommended that I go there, finish my walk there. So I just took it as advice from him. I don't know what it's going to be like, but I know I need to get this flag to that ocean because this flag is the first one to ever be hand carried by a veteran from sea to shining sea.
You're a Vietnam vet.
I'm a Vietnam vet, 2.5 years.
People that see this and see what you're doing, they're going to go, God, that man is crazy.
And a lot of people have thought that. What they say to me is, sir, you're either crazy or you're working for God. Because it seems like God does a lot of things that people think are crazy. But you know, it doesn't matter. I tell people, if you think I'm crazy, just pray for me. You know? If you agree and resonate with what I'm doing, pray for me.
Are you taking donations, or how does this?
You know, this is the way we do this. We don't ask for any donations. We're not wanting anything from people. And a lot of people ask me, "Can you accept money?" And I said, that's a kind of a loaded question, because if God is telling you to do something for me, I can't deny you the blessing. I don't know what's going to happen down the road. I might need $20. You know.
Yeah.
I might need some car repairs or something. So if you are burning in your heart to give me something, I'm not going to turn it down. But if you're just out of the goodness of your heart, you think I need money, no, I don't need money.